Hi, this week we will be reading the story The Great Flood. And this is the story of how rainbows came to be and how God saved those who followed him. Adam and Eve had 5 children, and their children had children, and so on, until people filled the earth. But as the years passed, the people began to forget about God. Their hearts and minds filled up with wickedness. They became so wicked that they only thought about evil all the time. This made God sad. It made God so sad that he was sorry he ever made man. So God decided to destroy all the living creatures on the earth. But one man was different. That man's name was Noah, and he had 3 sons. They were named Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Noah tried to please God in all he did and said, and that made God happy. One day, God said to Noah, I'm going to flood the earth and destroy every creature on it. But because you love me and follow me, I am going to save you and your family. Then God told Noah to build an ark. Build it out of gopher wood, God said. Put a roof on top and a door in the side. And when the time comes, take your family with you into the ark. Then I will send 2 of every animal on earth to you. Take them into the ark and keep them safe. Noah listened to God and did everything just as God said. Noah was 600 years old when all of this happened. When the ark was finished, God sent the animals to Noah. Every kind of bird, every animal, every creeping and crawling creature. 2 by 2, they came to Noah. When all the animals were inside, God said to Noah, go into the ark, you and all of your family. Noah did just as God said, and God shut the door. Then it began to rain. Waters poured down from the sky, and more waters shut up from beneath the earth. For 40 days and 40 nights it rained and rained and rained. The waters grew deeper and deeper until the ark floated up off the ground. Higher and higher, the waters rose until it was everywhere, even covering the tops of the trees. Still, the waters rose higher. Up and up and up, they rose until the tops of the very tallest mountains were covered. But Noah and all of his family and all the animals were safe and warm and dry in the ark. After 40 days, the rain stopped, but the earth was still flooded. So God sent a great wind to dry up the waters. The wind whistled and whoosed around the ark. The water sank lower and lower until at last the tips of the mountain tops could be seen. Then one day the ark landed at a thump and thud on the mountain called Ararat. Noah waited 40 days. Then he opened the window of the ark and sent out a raven. The bird flew back and forth until the waters had dried up. Next, Noah sent out a dove, but the dove couldn't find a place to land, not even a tree. So she hurried back to Noah in the ark. Noah waited 7 more days and sent out the dove again. This time she came back with an olive leaf held tightly in her beak. The trees were growing again. Noah waited 7 more days and sent out the dove yet again. This time she did not return. The waters were gone. God said, Noah, come out of the ark, you and all your family and the animals. Noah and his wife, his sons, and their wives all stepped out of the ark, strengthening and blinking in the bright sunshine. The animals followed 2 by 2. Birds fluttered their wings and soared into the sky. Lions and leopards crouched and crept. Bears lumbered along while the turtles plodded slowly out. There was so much to see and do, but Noah stopped and worshiped God. God blessed Noah and his sons and told them to fill the earth with people again. Then God made a covenant, a very special promise with Noah and his sons. Never again will I destroy the earth with a flood, promised God. And as a sign of that promise, God placed a rainbow in the clouds. Whenever I see the rainbow, God said, I will remember my promise. God punished the people of the world for their wickedness and sins, but God showed mercy and grace to Noah and his family. There is still wickedness and sin in this world today, but God has now fully revealed his amazing plan to rescue you and me. Jesus, God's own Son, was punished for our sins so that those who love and follow him don't have to. Jesus gave himself for our sins to rescue us. That's in Galatians 1 and 4. And that's the end of our story for this week. I hope you have enjoyed the story and hope that you'll come back next week for another fun story. And remember, keep reading. And I hope you and your family had a wonderful Thanksgiving yesterday. Keep reading and come back next week for another fun story. Bye-bye.